And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of November 8th, 2021. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's program, we're going to talk with Corey Carter, who is with the Maine Community Action Partnership. She's a community outreach educator. And we're going to talk about the vaccines for young children, for young school-age children, as the opportunity for young children to get their vaccine is now available. We're going to talk about its safety. We're going to talk about its access and where you can get your child vaccinated or how you can go about that process. We'll get to that in just a little bit, but before that part of our program, we're going to first get to, as we do at every point in this program, the news and information that you can use, again, for this week of November 8th, 2021. And with that, we start with just informing you that our offices will be closed on Veterans Day, the 11th, to recognize the Veterans Day holiday. Our regular business hours will resume on Friday, November 12th at 8 a.m. And we want to say thank you to all of our veterans out there for your service to our country, and we honor you this week, not only this week, but year-round as well. So just a heads up, if you're looking for our services on the 11th, we can be back to you on the 12th. We also want to share with you, as we have been, that our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, the day center for individuals either experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity, is now opened at its new location at our 1 Edgemont Drive location in Presque Isle. The center is open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it will be available for anyone in the community needing help navigating services, connecting to technology, or certainly working with anyone on our ACAP team and helping to access those services. We encourage you to come and visit us during those times. Of course, all COVID-19 protocols are being enforced, and so we will be able to offer you a mask, and we'll be taking the appropriate protocols when you come into the building. So just wanted to make you aware of that as well. Speaking of our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, we have started a brand new feature for the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. As we've been sharing with you, we do provide a meal at lunchtime for the individuals who turn to us, and we are launching a meal train program. We had a generous individual from the community come in and deliver a homemade meal for the 10 or so individuals who regularly use the center this week, and it was very much appreciated by our consumers there. And so we are turning to the community. We know we have a lot of talented cooks out there, and any individuals who would like to cook a meal to provide a hot lunch for the individuals who turn to our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. We typically have about 10 participants, as I indicated, each day, and they would certainly love that treat of a home cooked meal. Give us a call here at 764-3721. You can also connect with this through our Facebook page, where you can actually sign up through a link right there to provide a meal on the day of your choice. So again, we'd appreciate that if any of you, and I know we have great cooks out there, would like to support us in this way. We want to also share with you, as we have in recent broadcasts, including the feature interview a couple of weeks ago with Andrea White, who's ACAP's insurance assister, that we are offering assistance now in the open enrollment period. We do offer this year round, but a lot of folks are doing it now in open enrollment now through the 15th of January. Through coverme.gov, we can certainly go over the programs with you. We can meet with you in person. We can meet with you virtually as well. Even for folks who had signed up previously through the U.S. health insurance marketplace, we want to sit down with you and revisit your plans, because there may be a more affordable plan under coverme.gov now available for you. And certainly we can also help you navigate to see if you might be eligible for Maine Care services right through this new coverme.gov website. So don't do it alone. Don't go it alone if you are in need of assistance connecting with affordable health coverage here in Maine. We do have Andrea here at the agency who's available to help. Just give her a call. Her direct line is there on your screen, and you can make an appointment with her to get connected to health insurance. Again, open enrollment runs through the 15th of January. Through the 15th of this month, so that's coming right up as well, is the deadline to receive the advanced child tax credit. We are encouraging all of our viewers out there who have children, if you have not already either filed your taxes last year or otherwise registered to receive the child tax credit. If you did not file your taxes for any reason last year, we certainly want you to get this child tax credit. You can visit getctc.org to find out more about how to get your tax credit. If you have any questions, or if you have difficulty or are unable to get online for this service, you can certainly give our office a call, and we can work with you on how to make arrangements to help you with that, including having you come into our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center to be able to access the technology to do so, or to be able to be helped over the phone. So please do not go without this opportunity, and give us a call if we can be of any assistance. We also are sharing with our community that winter coats are now available as the colder days come upon us through ACAP's community closet. That's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as well as clothing, other clothing that's donated by members of our community at our 771 Main Street office near Walmart in Presque Isle. We are putting a limited number of coats out over the evening through the night hours. So please, if the size is not there for you or the right coat fit for you is not there, we encourage you to come back to our office during open hours. We have more coats inside the building and we can certainly help you access those. But again, this is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service in the community closet that's located just in front of our building at the 771 Main Street location. If you would like to donate a gently used coat or even a new coat or clothing, we've had a lot of folks that have donated clothing for the racks of clothing that are available out there. You can also do that 24/7 by leaving them there in the community closet, or you can bring them to us and bring them inside the building between, again, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. weekdays through our ACAP office there at 771 Main Street. We are also offering through our drug-free heuristic and our prevention programs marijuana edible lock boxes to help keep children from accidentally ingesting marijuana edibles. This is part of our prevention team efforts here in Aroostook County. And so we encourage you, they are free of charge. If you are in need of this service, we've had a number of people call us already and have picked these up. You can contact Robin Thurston here at the agency. You can call her directly through the main line, or you can email her at the email address on your screen, and we gladly get one of those out for you or hold one of those for you to pick up. Again, a service of ACAP's Drug-Free Heuristic Coalition, as well as ACAP's prevention programs. We also want to remind you that if you are a renter here in Aroostook County and meet income eligibility guidelines, we are offering the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. And again, the guidelines have changed. Essentially, if you meet the income guidelines, you are eligible to apply for and receive assistance through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. So please do consider applying. Again, if you have difficulty and cannot get online for whatever reason, we will do the application with you over the phone. Our reception team is standing by to do just that with you. We encourage one and all to do this. In addition to rent, you can also apply to have utilities covered for a period of time. You can also look at back rent, any back rent that you owe. If you are in threat of eviction or are fearful that you will be evicted for whatever reason, please do call us directly. You can also complete the application online, but call us directly and we will connect you with our housing stability coordinator who can help work with you, including engaging our friends at Pine Tree Legal as needed. But we certainly don't want you to get stuck in a wait if you're fearful of eviction. We want to make sure that we can help in whatever way and urgently as well. So give us a call if that is the case. We are also putting out there to the community. We know that lots of people right now are looking for early childhood education opportunities, childcare, if you will. We are accepting applications on a continual basis. As soon as we have an opening at any of our centers, we are reaching out to folks on that waiting list. We are encouraging people out in Aroostook County to apply. You can apply and we will actually work with you not only to find the appropriate slot for you, if you qualify for Head Start or early Head Start services, whether it's our childcare services or our developmental preschool services, we are happy to connect with you on that. So please do complete an application. We have centers in Fort Kent, Caribou, Presque Isle, and Holton that offer all three, including Fort Kent now, where we've added a childcare classroom. We are also looking to expand our childcare offerings in Presque Isle. We are doing renovations to our center as we speak, and hopefully by the beginning of the new year, we'll have a newly expanded childcare offerings there to add slots for as many as 24 children. So we have a waiting list there at the facility, but one never knows as we go through that waiting list whether folks might have already found other childcare services. We can also help you in that process to apply for childcare subsidy, and our team will work with you on that. So please do give us a call or find an application directly online at our early care and education page at acap-me.org. The Home Energy Assistance Program is in full swing. You may have heard last week about the additional dollars that Senator Collins has approved or has helped to lobby for to have come to the state of Maine. We are certainly serving folks in the HEAP program every day. We encourage you, if you have not had an appointment yet this season, do not have one scheduled, to call us for one. If you had one a number of years ago, the income eligibility guidelines, which I have up here on the screen, have changed in recent years. They have increased. So you may not have been eligible in the past, but you may be eligible now. And we encourage you to please consider applying and putting in your application. We are seeing a number of folks at this time of year, but we will have openings, certainly. We have openings from cancellations from time to time, but we have new program available appointments in January, February timeframe, and we'll work to certainly get you in. And keep in mind that any benefit that you receive goes onto your account and will stay there for 18 months or until it has been used up. So certainly, even if you get your fuel allocation in February or March, or even in the warmer months, May or June, we can certainly will set you up well for the following season. So please do consider reaching out for home energy assistance appointment. And if you're close to these income guidelines I have on the screen, we can work with you to talk about what medical deductions and others might actually get you to be qualified for the program. Speaking of heating assistance, our partnership with WAGM TV and the United Way of Aroostook is coming right up in terms of the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon. This is our 5th year doing this. Last year, we raised over $70,000 here in Aroostook County to help keep families warm and safe in their homes, or help them access safe homes here in Aroostook County. That telethon is the 18th of November, so next Thursday, and that will be beginning bright and early at 5:30 a.m. and will run through 8 p.m. We encourage you to make a donation to help your friends and neighbors in need. And again, the funds raised during this telethon on the heating side of things directly go to individuals who, just for whatever reason, cannot access the home energy assistance program. They might be slightly over income, or they might be unable to provide the necessary documentation at that moment, and we want to avoid that energy crisis. But the good thing about it is that we will go back and work with any individuals who have received funding because of an emergency fuel situation, to work with them after we've mitigated the initial crisis, and go back and talk with them about assistance programs and also household budgeting to help avoid any future emergency. So not only you're making a donation to help a family in need and crisis at the time, but that you have the understanding and knowledge that we'll go back and support that family after that crisis has been resolved. So again, join us next week on WAGM for the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon. The other component of that is to help individuals who are looking to secure housing. So some of the individuals we work with in our Hope and Prosperity Resource Center receive assistance with things like down payments, deposits for apartments, if you will, to be able to access those services, with none of the programs that we offer otherwise offer that assistance, and can often be the impediment of getting someone out of homelessness into secure, safe, and warm housing. The COVID-19 community supports continue to be offered. We had a record month last month in terms of the number of households we were able to serve since the start of the pandemic with a COVID-19 community supports. This can help individuals, families who are asked to quarantine or isolate because of a close contact or because of an actual COVID-19 confirmed case in their household. We will do grocery and meal deliveries. We provide shelter and assistance for folks essentially to stay in the home, as well as additional supports. We can also bring necessary medicines that are needed and the like. Please do reach out to us if you will find yourself in this situation, so that we can help you both stay safe in your home and help others in our community be safe by accessing the necessary services that you need and getting them to your doorstep in a timely manner. Don't hesitate to reach out. You can check out these services. You can call us directly, or you can go to the DHHS referral site, the information there on your screen. We also want to let folks know we're very excited that our 2022 Directory of Services is now available digitally. It will be available soon and hitting the streets in its printed form. It lists over 40 programs that our agency offers, a number of them new as a result of pandemic support and pandemic relief. We encourage you to get a copy of the Directory of Services or check out our website to see all of the wonderful services and programs that we offer. And on the front cover of our Directory of Services this year, we're very pleased and proud of our own Pat Good, who has been with the agency for 44 years this month. We're very proud of Pat, and we will be celebrating our 50th anniversary as the Aroostook County Action Program in 2022. So she's been here for most of that history, and you can check out Pat's picture on the front of the Directory of Services there. And in case you missed it and would like to learn more about especially the services that are available for folks who are dealing with issues such as heating or fuel assistance or need to connect with food resources, ACAP did hold a series of 3 90-minute information sessions where members of our team, sort of in a round robin fashion, did introductions of each of their programs and gave some high-level overviews about program eligibility and things of that nature. If you missed it, we have recorded the last of those 3 sessions, which is now available on ACAP's YouTube channel. You can sort of see and get an understanding for what programs you might be eligible for, and also learn about programs that are available and out there that you might not have known about. It's worth the look-see, so do check it out on ACAP's YouTube channel. Again, that's the ACAP information session to the community. It does not cover all of our programs. We did not get into prevention programs and some of our other programs, but it does do a good overview of programs that are available for individuals who are experiencing a hardship or in any need as we head into the winter months. Here in Aroostook County, we know that that's critically important. We also want to share that our prevention teams are getting geared up and ready for the Great American Smokeout, which is next week as well. We have launched a new campaign where we're encouraging homes to pledge that they're going to be smoke-free, and they can be entered in to win a $25 gas card to do that. And we know that the price of gasoline right now is high, so who doesn't need a $25 gas card? So we're inviting you, community members out there, to take the team pledge that November 18th for the Great American Smokeout, your home will be smoke-free. You can take that pledge right off of our ACAP Facebook page, so check us out there. And again, you'll be entered into a drawing to win a $25 gas card. And I do believe we are doing those regionally. So there will be one for Northern Aroostook, Central Aroostook, and Southern Aroostook. So do sign up and take part in ACAP's Great American Smokeout promotion to help ensure that our homes are smoke-free, at least for that day, and hopefully beyond that as well. And lastly, in this week's news and information that you can use, if there are programs or services that you're not quite sure what they are, but you know that you are in need at this time, please do feel free to reach out to ACAP. We have navigators who are here to help. They can talk with you about not only programs that we have available here at our agency, but help refer you and connect you with programs that we do not offer that some of our partner agencies here in Aroostook County offer. So again, if you are in need of assistance and just aren't quite sure what that is, please do reach out to an ACAP navigator by calling us at 764-3721. We would be happy to help you in any way. And that's this week's news and information you can use. I'm so pleased to welcome to the program officially now Corey Carter, who, as I indicated at the top of the broadcast, is a Maine Community Action Partnership community outreach educator. And Corey, first of all, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to have you, and I know that the talk across the country and all of the buzz is about, at long last, young children, young school-age children are now finally able to access vaccinations. At least one of the vaccines has been approved for their usage. So first, I guess, tell me what you're hearing across the state. You're in Cumberland County, so what you're hearing in terms of I'm imagining some relief on the part of parents in terms of, yay, this is finally here.
Absolutely, some relief and reassurance. I think it's helping us move in the right direction. The Pfizer vaccine has been approved for children ages 5 to 11. It's safe and effective, recommended by the CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics. It's being distributed right now throughout Maine. Tens of thousands of doses will be ready and available now or soon. And so we're just excited to have that option to keep our kids safe and healthy at school, at home, daycare, sports, wherever they want to go.
So Corey, is it available? Like I know when we did the first rollout of the vaccines for adults, back late 2000, early 2021, where we started with a certain category, there were healthcare providers, and then it went sort of by rolling age category here in the state. Is this just open to all children over the age of 5, or is there sort of a protocol or something that we need to be aware of in terms of this is the time for 5 and 6-year-olds and so on?
It's recommended for all children ages 5 and up. I think it's recommended as soon as possible. Of course, we recommend that you talk with your child's healthcare provider if you have any questions, but all children are eligible and ready. The dose is different than that is given to ages 12 and up. It's based on a child's age, not on weight. It's a completely different delivery system, and so it's safe and effective for all ages over 5.
Great, that's good to hear. And there isn't sort of a protocol in terms of ensuring that we're getting folks, because there's the high demand or crush and low supply. It's any children over the age of 5 at this point are eligible at any time. There's no like waiting list. If you're an 8-year-old, it's going to be next month or things like that.
No, it's free and easy. In terms of that, it's very exciting.
So I know, Corey, that, a lot of folks they still have questions and the like in terms of, folks are questioning safety and things like that, not surprisingly different from what we're seeing in the adult population. Talk about what folks who might have questions at this point, where can they best direct those, or how should they best have those addressed?
I would first recommend that anyone, any parent or caregiver, talk to their child's healthcare provider with any questions, but also know that this vaccine has been rigorously tested. It is proven to be over 91% effective in preventing symptomatic COVID. It's based on the same technology that has been in place for years. It's been tested on the 5 to 11 age group, and it's proven to be safe.
Now, I know that you have coming up an event that folks might also want to connect into. It's happening this week, Tuesday night, as a matter of fact, that's going to sort of provide an opportunity for some questions to be answered, and some of Maine's top pediatricians from both urban and rural settings will be coming together. So talk about the upcoming forum and how folks can connect to that and what they might be able to learn at that event.
Sure. We're happy that we have pediatricians from across the state represented at this forum, and it will be an online forum, so anyone can go and register and watch from the comfort of your home. We'll have pediatricians given some information, and then also available for questions and answers toward the end of the forum. And people can go to mecap.org/events to sign up.
And it looks like this is one of a continuing series of forums that MECAP and some of the other partners whose logos folks are seeing on the screen there, including Maine Public Health Association and the US PIRG, but many others as well. It's part of a series that has been offered, correct?
Yes. Our previous one was about encouraging vaccines, conversations with your family and friends who may be a little bit hesitant or unsure, just knowing how to handle those sometimes difficult conversations. And those forums are available on our website as well.
And the pediatricians that have gathered or will be gathering on Tuesday night for this conversation, they, again, you see the representation there from different health systems within the state. I mean, General, Northern Light, Maine Medical as well, Central Maine Pediatrics, really represent, a cross-section of parts of our state, but also certainly see patients in not only in different parts of our state, but with, I'm imagining, children with various pre-existing health conditions and the like. So the opportunity to really ask questions and have that dialogue about who the vaccine would be most helpful to, and any concerns that folks might have specific to circumstances would be a great opportunity to have those addressed as well.
Absolutely. And we know that this virus is unpredictable, and it sometimes can affect children without underlying conditions or adults without underlying conditions. And so that's what makes it so important to go out and get the vaccine.
So we were both talking prior to recording. We both have children, and certainly my children are I think both of our children are older than the age category. Maybe your younger daughter is within this age category, but obviously parents have challenging decisions to make related to this. But why would you as a parent recommend to another parent or a parent of a younger child why this is the right thing to do at the right time?
That's a great question. I think as parents, we're constantly faced with making decisions, and we always want to do the best that we can and be informed and keep our kids as safe and healthy and happy as possible. And we're here in year 3 of our kids being affected in school. And that's a big chunk of time out of a kid's life. And so anything that we can do to keep them safe and protected, I think is essential. And this getting the vaccine is something that is reliably effective. And so it just helps us take those next steps to letting our kids hang out with their friends and play in sports and go to relatives' houses, that sort of thing, without having the worry about somebody becoming sick, or either our children or having them pass it along to friends and family.
You were talking earlier as well about that, and you just mentioned the efficacy. The initial tests of the vaccine that's been approved for utilization in children at this point has proven to be quite effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about 91% effective against symptomatic COVID, which is very reassuring.
And we have been seeing, not only here in Maine, but across the country, sort of a spike in pediatric cases, especially with the Delta variant. So certainly parents would be more concerned about that, because earlier on in the initial part of the COVID-19 crisis, in the pre-vaccine days, folks were like indicating that it might not be as serious or severe, or the symptoms not as noticeable in children, but that's not necessarily the case anymore, is it?
That's right. That's an excellent point. And I think some people are still kind of under that assumption that our children aren't necessarily as affected, and so maybe don't need to worry about it as much. But the Delta variant has proven otherwise for sure, and children are very susceptible to it. It's very, very, very easily spreadable, very contagious. And the longer our children and adults are unvaccinated, the more chance there is of additional variants coming onto the scene. And those variants may possibly change and become worse over time. And so, as quickly and as comprehensively as we can get people vaccinated, including our children ages 5 and up, the better shape we will all be in, and keep our kids in school, keep parents at work, keep everybody healthy.
Now, Corey, I know that we talked about the fact that there's, tens of thousands of doses coming into Maine, and sort of there's still work being done on the distribution plan, but you did mention they'll be available through obviously local pediatrician offices. We're probably looking at pharmacies as well in the state of Maine, just not quite sure yet what the rollout will look like.
Right. I think that some are available now, but it's certainly a big undertaking. And so it'll take a couple of days or so to get things in place. I think it really depends on where parents and caregivers are most comfortable, or feel their children would be most comfortable receiving the vaccine. And so some school districts will be offering clinics. Some towns will be offering clinics through community centers, pediatricians' offices, as you mentioned, and pharmacies. And so I think just kind of giving some thought as to what the best fit might be for people and their children.
Sure. So we want to encourage people certainly to, keep yourself informed. Your pediatrician's office is obviously a good resource, but if there's a bottleneck there in terms of getting in, do check out the other resources, and also consider communicating maybe with your school to find out if there's going to be a clinic that will be offered right on site in school, which would make it, quite frankly, convenient, I would think, for parents from that perspective.
Absolutely.
Great. All right. So before we leave you, Corey, in addition to that, this is, sort of a pivotal time, because in addition to the pediatric vaccine opportunities, We're also now at the point in time where all 3 of the primary vaccines have been approved for boosters. So that is happening, I believe, simultaneously, while we're also still working with community members who aren't vaccinated yet as well. So really full opportunity for folks to certainly get vaccinated age 5 and up, and also get boosters here in the state of Maine.
Yes, that's a great point, especially as we're heading into the holidays and winter activities and, tending to be inside a little bit more. It's even more important to be protected.
So Corey Carter, anything that we've missed that you wanted to make sure people here, our viewers on ACAP today, were aware of related to pediatric vaccines or vaccines in general?
I think we've covered it. Just encourage people to reach out to their healthcare providers if they have questions, and tune into our forum tomorrow night. I think that'll provide some information and reassurance if needed, and confidence and comfort, and just help everybody breathe a little easier.
All right, let's just remind people, thank you, Corey. Let's just remind people about the forum here. We'll bring that back up on the screen. It's called Pediatricians Share, and you can do it right from the comfort of your own home. It's sponsored by a number of organizations there on the bottom of the screen, including Maine Community Action Partnership, of which ACAP is a member, and of which Corey is a team member. It's what parents need to know about the COVID-19 vaccine for children. You can register via Zoom at MECAP events, or MECAP.org/events. It's November 9th from 6 to 7:15 Eastern time. And you see there are 4 providers there, 4 very qualified providers from Maine's healthcare systems that will be presenting and will be answering questions that have been submitted in advance. And I believe, if time allows, any questions that might be submitted in the chat that evening as well. So I'm sure it will be a very lively discussion, and we encourage you to register for the event at MECAP.org/events. So please do plan on joining. I know the team has worked diligently to bring this together, and it's not very often that you have the brain trust of 4 pediatricians coming together so quickly and so efficiently to have this conversation. So it'll be a great discussion, and something that we encourage you all to register to participate in. Thank you again, Corey. Before we leave all of you out there, we want to remind you again that if you are passionate about the work of making life better in Aroostook County, we are encouraging you to consider joining our team. We have several positions available across Aroostook County and offer some pretty good benefits here at the agency. We are also currently offering a $500 sign-on bonus. So if you have any interest at all, please check us out. We have a Facebook presence. We're also on Indeed, and we'd certainly welcome your application here at our agency to help us make life better here in Aroostook County. So please do consider that. And lastly, as we do each week before we leave you folks, we leave you with our snapshot of the week. This week, this is a snapshot of, we talked about the meal train earlier in our news and information you can use. One of our own team members, Kathy Williams, dropped off a delicious homemade meal of shepherd's pie and some yummy dessert for the residents, or for the individuals who turned to us at the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center earlier this week. We thank you, Kathy, for doing that. Our team members, or our individuals here at the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, are still bragging about the delicious meal. So thank you to you. And if you'd like to join Kathy in helping to provide a meal for the individuals that we work with daily in the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, we certainly encourage you to do that by reaching out to us or checking it out online. With that, that's this week's edition of ACAP Today. We'll be back next week, where we'll be talking about the Helping Hands Telethon, the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon, with folks from WAGM and here at ACAP, how you can give, how you can connect, and a preview of the broadcast that will be happening day long on the 18th of November. We'll be back with that and much more next week. Until then, have a great week, everyone.